Good morning, this is Sen7, World News in 7 minutes. I'm Ben Mallett. Today is Thursday, the 28th of March, 2024. Starting in the Americas. In the United States, divers are looking for survivors after the Key Bridge in Baltimore collapsed on Tuesday. 6 workers remain missing since falling into the water when a cargo ship collided with the bridge. 3 others were rescued. The predicted cost of repairing the damage is $4 billion. Maryland Governor Wes Moore said it was imperative that the bridge is rebuilt.
This port is responsible for over 51 million tons of foreign cargo. That's the largest in the country. And so it is imperative that we get this bridge rebuilt. It's imperative that we get the Port of Baltimore back up and going. And it's not just about how are we supporting Maryland. This is about how we support the American economy.
Also in the US, the Walt Disney Company and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis have come to a settlement after a 2-year dispute and legal battle. A board appointed by DeSantis sued Disney after its CEO Bob Chapek criticised a law which prevented classroom discussions about sexual identity. The so-called Don't Say Gay law has since been amended after legal challenges by advocacy groups. In Venezuela, opponents of President Maduro have taken refuge inside the Argentinian embassy, fearing persecution by the government. An election is scheduled to take place on July 28th, with 2 opposition candidates successfully registering. This does not include Corina Yoris, the substitute for popular opposition leader Maria Corina Machado. One of the 2 registered opposition candidates, Manuel Rosales, has said he is willing to hand his place on the ballot over to another unity candidate. Europe. In Germany, a coach crash has killed several people and left more than 20 injured. The crash happened on a motorway near to the city of Leipzig. The coach was carrying 53 passengers and 2 drivers at the time of the crash. Portugal has elected a parliamentary speaker on the 4th attempt. The recently elected Democratic Alliance, or AD, failed to secure enough votes after 3 rounds of voting on Tuesday. The AD are governing in a minority coalition with only 80 seats in the 230-seat parliament. AD coalition leader Luis Montenegro has repeatedly refused to work with right-wing party Chega. In order to secure enough votes to elect a speaker, the AD have agreed to a rotating speakership with the Socialists, who previously governed Portugal since 2015. Asia. In India, members of the Political Opposition Alliance have called for unity after one of their leaders was arrested for alleged corruption. Arvind Kejriwal is the founder of the Aam Aadmi Party and a prominent member of the INDIA alliance. He is a leading critic of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. National elections begin on April 19th, with Modi expected by many to win a 3rd consecutive term as Prime Minister. Thailand's parliament has voted overwhelmingly to approve a marriage equality bill supporting same-sex relationships. Among Thailand's 415 members of parliament present at the vote, only 10 voted against the bill. It will now go on for approval in the Senate before being signed off by the King. The bill brings Thailand closer to legalizing same-sex marriage. Africa. A court in Tunisia has sentenced 4 people to death for their role in the assassination of politician Chokri Belaid. Belaid was killed 11 years ago. He was a critic of the leading Islamist Ennahda party, which governed the country at the time. His death sparked protests across Tunisia. The murder was eventually linked with the jihadi organisation Ansar al-Sharia, which was labelled a terrorist group in 2013. South Africa's genocide case against Israel has received an intervention by the Irish government. Irish Foreign Minister Michael Martin said that both the Hamas attack on October 7th and the ongoing conflict in Gaza are a blatant violation of international humanitarian law. Ireland has long been a supporter of Palestinian rights and has consulted with groups including the South African government. A ruling on the case against Israel is expected to take several years. And astronomers said that they have found a strange magnetic spiral around the supermassive black hole at the centre of the Milky Way galaxy. The black hole, called Sagittarius A star, is 26,000 light-years from Earth and weighs 4 million times more than our own Sun. This data was captured using the Event Horizon Telescope collaboration, using observatories across the globe. That's your world news in 7 minutes. If you enjoy this podcast, please leave a rating and review in your podcast app. I'm Ben Mallett. Tomorrow, you will be with Stephen DeVincenzi. Have a great day.